Hi everyone, I just thought I would recap our compound shapes lesson as a lot of you were making the same sort of mistakes. So I thought I'd just do a bit of a live input and a recorded lesson for you guys in case you've missed the 11 a.m. lesson. So we're going to go back over our compound shapes. So what is a compound shape? A compound shape is similar to our rectilinear shapes that we were measuring our perimeter with last week. But a compound shape is usually made up of two simple shapes, two or more simple shapes, like a rectangle or a square, and they're usually joined to create a 90-degree angle. So for instance, this in here is a 90-degree angle, and we can tell here that this shape in A is made up of two shapes, a rectangle, which would be, let's try and so our rectangle is here, and then we also have, I'm just going to change the color of my pen so it's nice and simple to see. Let's go with blue. And then we also have a square here as well. So you can see this compound shape is made up of two simple regular shapes, a rectangle and a square. So let's have a look. We need to break our shape into, to work out the area, we need to break the shape into easier rectangles and or squares. Then we can work out the area by timesing the length by the width. And then we can finally add up our total area and write the unit of measure squared. In this case, it's centimeters. So I'm going to have a go at the first one myself. First of all, I'm going to work out the length of the shape. So I've broken my shape into two pieces. I've got a rectangle here, and I put R, and I've got a square here, I'll put S. So I'm going to work out the rectangle first. I need to do this by timesing the length by the width. So R equals, how long is the shape? 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 4 squares long. I need to times that by the width, and it is 2 squares wide. 4 times 2, I know, is 8. So R equals 8. So the area of this portion is 8 centimeters squared. Sorry, that looks very messy. It's 8 centimeters squared. Now we want to work out the square. So again, using the same method, length times width, my square is 2 centimeters tall, and it's 2 centimeters wide. So 2 times 2 equals 4. Okay, am I all done? Now I've got my third step. Let's add up our total area and write centimeters squared. 8 add 4 equals 12 centimeters squared. Okay, I'm gonna pause the video there, guys, and let you have a go at this shape here. Use the same method. Break the shape into easier rectangles and or squares. Work out the area of each shape, and then add them total up. I'll see you in a second. Okay, guys, so you should have had a go at this shape now. Now, there's a couple of ways you could have portioned this shape into easier chunks. So I'm going to change my, actually I use a highlighter, maybe a bit easier to see. And let's change it to, so I might look at this shape. We've got one rectangle here, and I know it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1. So let's work out the area by timesing the length by the width. 6 times 1 equals 6. Then I've got two more rectangles, so let's change my color again. This one here, and I've got this one here. So let's do my length and my width again. So my length is 1 and my width is 3. 3 times 1 equals 3. This is the same shape, so 3 times 1 also equals 3. Let's add up our total area. 6 add 3 add 3. Well, I know that is 12 centimeters squared. Okay, let's have a look at another one. So we've got a slightly different shape now. We follow the same rules. So let's break up the shape into easier rectangles and or squares. So if you want to pause the video and do that for yourself now. Okay, if you haven't done that, I would personally you could do it in two different ways. You could do it this way. So you have your three rectangles. You have one. So then our next step is to work out the area by timesing the length by the width. So how long is this shape? Well, this is 4. How wide is this shape? This is 1. How long and wide is this shape? Well, it's 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. And how long and wide is this shape? 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's 2 wide. And now I can work out the area for this one. 4 times 1 equals 4. 2 times 3 equals 6. 2 times 4 equals 8. So 4 add 6 add 8 equals, if you've put 18 centimeters squared, you're absolutely right. Right, so now let's have a look at working that out without the squares though, because the squares make it slightly easier. So we're going to do it with a shape without any squares. Now this part has been broken up for you, so we know, just get my face out of the way. Our shape's been broken up for us already, so we have A and we have B. We now need to work out the area of each one. So work out A first. Look at A shape times the length by the width and write your answer. And then do the same for B. Times the length by the width, write your answer. Finally, work out the area of the compound shape by adding up the two amounts. I'll let you pause the video and have a go at answering that question. Okay, so let's have a look how you got on. 4 times 3, well that should have, oops. 4 by 3 should have given you 12. 5 times 2 should have given you 10. And then some quick maths, 10 added onto 12, sorry, should give you 22. What unit am I using? Centimeters and squared. Squared tells us it's the area that we're working out, not a measurement of length. So I'm going to let you have a go at these two by yourself before we work on these together. So if you want to pause the video and remember, break the shape into easier rectangles or squares, work out the area of each easier shape, and then add up the total areas and write your answer with centimeters squared or whichever unit of measurement you're working with. So don't always put centimeters if the length is kilometers or millimeters, for instance. Pause the video and have a go. Okay guys, so you should have divided your shape up to start off with. So I'm going to make this easy for myself and go like this here. So let's start off with A, the slightly easier one. We know we've got 4 times 12, so we've broken our shape up into easier pieces. Now we need to work out the area by length times width. I'm going to use a different color here, so it's orange. So length times width, 4 times 12. 4 times 12 should have given you 48. Now we've got our next shape we need to work out, 3 times 8. So I'm going to write this above. 3 times 8 equals 24. Now our last step is that we can add them both up together. So 48 add 24 equals 72. So our answer is 72 centimeters squared. Did you get that? Now, our next one is slightly trickier because our shape, let's get our pointer out. Oh dear. Sorry, guys. Now, we have got the first shape 7 by 4. It's 7 meters wide, it's 4 meters high. So we can work out this second section, but we've only got one measurement for this one. We've got 3 meters wide, but is it 9 meters tall? Now, we know it's 9 meters from here to this point here, from here to here. So what can we do with this figure to get this amount? We need to take this part away, but do we know this length? Is this length shown up in the shape anywhere else? So if you've taken 9, if you've used 9 and taken away 4, that will give you the remaining amount. So we know then 9 take away 4, that gives us 5. Now we can have a go at working out our sum. So 7 times 4 equals, pause the video if you want to work alongside, 28, and 5 times 3 equals 15. We can then add up our two amounts. 15 add 28, giving us 43. Meters squared, almost put centimeters. Right then, guys, I'm going to leave you with these last ones to have a go at by yourself. If you want to pause the video to have a go, remember, break the shape down into easier rectangles or squares, work out the area by timesing the length by the width, and then finally add up all your shapes to work out the total amount. Remember, if you don't know the length because you've chopped the shape in half, remember to take away the piece that you need to. So for instance here, if I move the line across, this whole, I'm not using this whole length now, I'm using a portion of it. So I'm going to take the total away from the amount that I've removed. Good luck, and let me know in the comments if you need any extra support or help, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.